1,000 borders just so I can be with you. My loving you's a mission, but I'm ready. 1,000 borders just so I can be with you. This love I got is nothing to be played with, baby. Across 1,000 borders, baby. Ooh, baby. 1,000 borders. Ooh.
Thanks for tuning in.
What's good?
And you're up nice and close.
Am I nice and close?
You know, this weather's great.
PG, bro. PG.
Why is it PG? I like it when you're close to me.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed of the gospel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. It's just timing.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. We are excited once again. This is the second installment of our Love Like That series.
And if you're new to our channel, this is Ollie and Angie. These dogs. I wonder we practiced patience last week. Kindness.
They've been quiet the whole time until we
Literally.
start.
And we even said it. No. I think they just want to be a part of the... Baby, they're teaching us to exercise all the elements of love. Okay?
Yeah, wait to finish, huh? Yeah, so that's the intro. So if you haven't watched the last video, which was...
No, if you are new to our channel, welcome. We love you. We appreciate
How
you.
would you love someone that just arrived?
Yeah, we appreciate. We love them. They took time to watch our stuff. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we
my God,
appreciate, but I love you. Come on, man. It's a bit
love
much.
you.
It's a bit much, bro.
I love you for picking.
You didn't even love me at first sight.
I'm patient. Yeah, I'm loving them at first sight. I've changed my ways. Did you know their love is... we're breaking it down. Anyway, it's fine. We are super grateful that you are with us and you're enjoying this video. And yeah, if you are a returning... Is it Sabi? What do you call it?
Well, we don't know if
Subscriber.
it's subs or not. So.
No, I'm saying if you are returning.
Yeah, you're returning. If you
are
watched the last
returning.
video and you are...
returning sub.
But we don't know if they're the subscribers or not. Not everyone's a subscriber.
But I'm talking to the subscribers.
Yeah, okay, cool. Talk to them.
If you are a returning Sabi, you're the real MVP. We love you so much. Thank you for your support. We love you for that one. We love them, right?
Yeah. Speaking of subbies, if you're not subscribed, please do. What do you mean? Speaking of subscribers, if you're not subscribed just yet, please do consider clicking on the subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost money, and for you to know what videos. Okay. For you to know which videos are coming up next, click on the notification thing, because then you get notified when we put a new video out. So our commitment this year is still on track. We haven't disappointed you. We still have a video coming out every month. This will be the second one in the month, so we are overachieving by 100%.
Things can happen. So today we are covering the second installment of the 1 Corinthians 13, 4-8. So we're covering the part where it says love is kind. Okay? Love is kind. So last week, if you haven't, please go back to the video. We covered love is patient, and today we're excited to be dealing with kindness, which seems simple.
It is a simple word we use every day.
Simple, but it's not necessarily so if we're breaking it down. Right?
Yeah, love is like kindness. Like the scripture says, love is patient, love is kind. So obviously, you can read the whole thing. We encourage you to do so. 1 Corinthians 13, 4-8. But love is patient, we did last week. Love is kind. Now, kindness is not just about like being nice. That's kind of not the gist of what kindness is.
It's not feelings.
Yeah, it's not like just like, okay, it's like one of those words that we just use.
Yeah, like we just use loosely. I think even patient, we realized last week that we are using it very loosely until like you break it down.
I understand like the profoundness, the profundity.
So it's not just the feeling, but more of even the action towards it. But you can explain it better.
Yeah, so because this is like our video, we always do kind of like on the fly, but at the same time, it's more like Bible study as well. So I want to kind of give you the understanding. So the word kind, right, is we use it in modern English, but words evolve over time. But the original word for kind, I'll put it on the screen somewhere. I'm not going to pronounce it.
Then
You pronounce it. Thank you. Pronounce
the
it.
word means, where is it?
Pronounce it. You can't even see it.
chrēsteuetai.
You've insulted someone somewhere.
Chrēsteuetai. You'll be surprised if you hear it. Chrēsteuetai.
I'll put it on the screen somewhere.
Say it 10 times.
that is the original word for kind, right? But it's not just like a word that is like a feeling or like an attitude. It's more related to like an action, right? So we're not here to give you like Greek and Hebrew teachings, but the point is for you to understand the original meaning of it, because the full meaning comes from what the original audience would have understood from that message. So it literally means to act with goodness towards someone, to be helpful, to show kindness, right? That does something. So it speaks of an action. So it's not like, say, like you tell someone, hey, be kind.
Yeah.
Like, what do we mean? We generally mean be nice.
Yes.
But when you say kind, according to this, it refers to actions, like tangible, measurable activities. That's the demonstration of kindness. Not that you behaved in a way that was non-confrontational, but more that you did things that proved that you are actually being kind, if that makes sense.
So it's basically like practical. Like it's not just... So would you then in turn say kindness has a lot to do with selflessness?
Yeah, they link
They're
up.
linked.
So love, patient, love is kind. So it's that idea of I'm doing things. And I think ultimately it's basically saying love done with kindness is a love that's done with the intention of blessing someone else.
Of serving
Blessing,
someone
yeah.
else. Of going out of your way for that person to be the benefit.
Yeah.
Which I think we've actually not even is it misconstrued?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in let's say for instance, in certain instances people would be like, you're being extra nice because you know there's a result, there's something in it for you. So then that's not kindness because the motive is not right.
Yeah.
Because it's focused on
You.
self.
So it's
and not
selfish in that
necessarily-
sense. Like manipulative.
Yeah.
But the real meaning or
But
understanding.
couples do that a lot. Huh?
Yeah, it's like human nature. Like, you know that, okay, cool, because my birthday is coming up, I
may be
make sure
extra
I get you
nice.
something on your birthday so that I get something else.
Oh, I'm extra nice that week.
Yeah.
So that
Or some people, they
Brownie
will,
points.
when it's someone else's birthday, they'll go back first and check if that person wished them a happy birthday last year or in that year before they go out of their way to do it. So in essence, you're doing something, but it's not really kind. You're doing something because it's self-seeking. You know that if I get you a gift, then I expect you
to buy
get.
me.
So I'm not doing it because I actually just want you to be happy.
I'm doing it with something else in mind. The end result is it's not you actually.
Exactly.
Wow. That's...
So it's really the idea that I'm doing something with the idea that I'm blessing someone else. It's showing up, it's serving, it's comforting.
making your life better.
Making someone else's life better.
better.
Yeah. Lightening someone's life, making it like a cool thing. So modernly speaking, I think that we have diluted the importance of kindness. And first, especially like I think I'm generalizing, but many women complain about that. That besides the fact that my husband's not romantic, sometimes we say he's not romantic, but what most people mean by they're not being romantic is that they're not being kind.
Okay. I see it.
You can't.
I see what you mean. Yeah, it's almost like there isn't that intentional. Because we're going back to intentional.
Yeah.
There isn't that intentional. How do you call it? I don't know how to say it. It's almost like an intentional act that is not to my benefit, but I want to make it easier for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I think sometimes it goes both ways because I feel like also
everything is both ways.
Yeah, I feel like most of the time we say that like women complain about it, but in turn we don't really give it.
Yeah, it's social, like social constructs, right? Most men are okay
with not receiving
it because
I'm a provider.
Yeah, so in society we're not trained to expect it. We're not trained to, and for the most part, some men even reject it because
it's almost like it's also
it feels feminine.
It removes. I was gonna say removes them.
Yeah,
emasculates. Is it?
It emasculates them. Yeah. UCT.
It emasculates, but I get what you mean.
Yeah. So when you think
it's like mushy.
Yeah. So when you say love is kind, I guess practically speaking, when you consider yourself in a couple, whether it's your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your fiance, your husband, or your wife, or even platonic relationships, is to always question yourself, right? Am I going out of my way to make that person comfortable?
Without it having anything to do with me.
Yeah.
I think that's, for me, I feel like that is like the nail to it, because I feel like a lot of the kindness has been fake in our lives, in the sense that we've done it with so many people. Like, I'm gonna be selfless and come and help you clean and help you do things. But in mind, sometimes it's not even that I'm expecting anything necessarily, but I want you to have a certain perception of me.
That's true. Like, if we go practically about our marriage, right? So we always try to give examples that we live through, so that you can kind of feed off that. Is one of the things that you always say is like one of the biggest memories, or at least what convinced you to fall in love with the guy you hated.
I didn't hate you.
You didn't like me, bruh.
No, but baby, that's not hate.
I was annoying to you.
Yeah, and in certain instances, I don't think you're an annoying person.
I'm just saying.
I think you had annoying tendencies.
But kindness turned it around.
Hey, look at the power. Look at the power of exercising the correct thing.
So one of the examples you always give as like one of the highlights is, I think we were still dating and you had braids to take out.
Yes.
And you were super tired, but they needed to be out. And I told you to fall asleep and I finished unbraiding your hair.
Yeah,
so
disclaimer, it wasn't like at a private place, okay? Okay, it wasn't. I was visiting.
At my parents' place.
Thank you.
So my sisters were helping, and then
clarity.
My sisters were helping undo the hair, and then they gave up.
Yeah.
And then I
was ripping my hair off.
And she was just taking chunks of hair out. So I was like, you know what? Just sleep. I'll finish up. So, but I think that was done almost instinctively. And many people can do kind things instinctively, but what made that specifically a kind thing is that I had no benefit in you having your hair undone. And
I looked cute.
Yeah, but in that
was the benefit.
You didn't look cute at that moment when the hair was undone, because when you undo braids, there's
Did you say I didn't look cute?
I'm saying when you undo braids, does hair look nice?
I look cute. I look cute.
Yeah,
the
but
hair didn't.
Okay, my bad. My bad.
Oh, that was not kind.
But you get it, no?
No, I'm joking.
Yeah. So the idea is exactly that, right? Am I? And I think one of the hardest lessons in marriage and relationships in general is the transition from being the center of the universe to placing other people in that position. Yeah. Because it's easy to kind of make yourself the point or the object of attention.
Yeah.
I need to be wished happy birthday. I need to be given good gifts. I need to be made to feel this. And all that type of stuff. That's like a natural thing. But the idea is, am I making other people around me feel valued?
That's actually really true.
Yeah. Am I making people around me feel
I think this is one of, if I have to look at all the elements of like what you call love, like, because you're giving your example, like on my end, I think this is one of your strengths.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's one of your strengths. Like, you do it. Or maybe let me say, even for our couple, I think it's something that it's like done well. Like, for example, I have band practice most Thursdays, like on a till I get home, like after 9. Yeah. But after 9, I've never had the pressure. Let's say even if my sister's not here, like, my husband handles business. Okay, I'm coming back and I'm coming to sweat and I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but. As in, for me,
what are you talking about? Huh?
No, as in, like, when you come back. No, let me explain my story.
Okay, because the actions you're
using.
Patience.
No, like, as in cooking. Yeah, so it's like when I come back, I find that, like, things are in place. There's nothing that I really need to be coming back to do. Yeah. And he's really, like, not demanding. You know, that type of thing. But when you come back, there's, like, a hot meal. Like, bruh, the geezer's up. Like, he doesn't need to do that. Yeah. Okay, well, but they could be benefits.
No, not even, because
I don't think you do it.
Especially at band practice, nothing's happening on that day. I can tell you.
That's not true.
It's rare, bro.
Are we really including this?
You're the one that brought it up.
No, I'm telling you, I just made it up, and you didn't have to take it there. Wow, okay, that went in a different direction. You can delete that part. Thanks. But anyway, so I was saying he does those without necessarily having any motivation to be doing that. So that's kind.
Yeah, so it's like, so we spoke about patience. So when you look at kindness, right, and practically looking at what it means, if you look at other scriptures, Ephesians 4:32 says, be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave you. So that brings up another element theologically, that the kindness that we display to our partner, to our friends, to our family, it's not done for any other reason than we are taking a lesson or taking a page out of Jesus Christ's book. So because God, who has no reason to be kind to us, because he's never done anything wrong to us and we've always offended him, but he still chooses to be kind. So how can you, as a fallible human being who makes mistakes, who offends people and who does all the things, be arrogant enough to not want to be kind to someone else? That's kind of what is underlying there. And then another one we look at, I want to do another scripture, maybe not. That's good. So let's just leave you with that one.
But for me, I think the scripture, the Ephesians part, for me, the part that's a killer is the tender heart.
Yeah.
Like doing things with tenderness.
Yeah. So if we look it looks for small needs. I think I want to give you these. We always give kind of points, right? So these are the points if you want to interrogate yourself in terms of, am I being kind? Or if you want to interrogate how someone is treating you, which is also good to do like an audit to make sure, am I in a relationship that's loving? So we've covered the patience. So number one, you're going to do number two, right? Number one, kind people or kindness looks for small needs. It's not about the obvious stuff. Oh, I pay for the electricity. It's about looking for those small needs, which speaks to intentionality. And you meet those needs without being asked. Okay? You know that your husband has an important meeting tomorrow. He hasn't finished his presentation. The small need might be, hey, let me iron his shirt, because he's not going to have time or it's going to be a mad rush. You don't need to do it. You don't have to do it. It's not your presentation, but you meet those needs. You notice it. So you're paying attention to what the person's going through.
Yeah, your partner is busy prepping for a sermon. You bring a coffee.
Exactly.
I don't need to do that.
And you leave them alone sometimes. So personally for me, I'm not lying. Like as a dude, one of the biggest acts of kindness, like when I'm going through stuff and I'm trying to process, is the wisdom that you have to sometimes just leave me alone.
Say that again. What did you say?
Calm down.
No.
It's the wisdom that you have to sometimes just leave me alone. So at times she'll be like, hey guys, you know what? She'll grab the kids, they'll do something, they'll disappear. They'll let me watch football, because kindness is noticing the need that this guy, his mind is working overtime, and people moving up and down and the kids shouting and jumping on couches. That is a need I need to solve.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, and then the second one is speak gently, especially in disagreements.
That's a big one.
This one.
Yeah. You don't want to elaborate.
I don't even know what I must say. Look, I don't know what I must say.
It's self-explanatory.
This one is clear. Look, it's clear. No, but I do think this one really, for me, it hits home because I think it's super important.
Yeah.
The way we say things can either be received by a person and not, depending on how we deliver it.
Yeah.
So it's like, if, let's say, for example, someone drove through a nail, you can just say, you know, babe, was there an issue? Did you drive through? I'm being spicy right now. But I'm just saying that there is a way that we can deliver whatever it is that could be an issue to one another. Just in general. It's the way we speak, the way I dress. If I come and say, hey, you, why did you, whatever. But I could have just said, babe, I had asked you to get milk. Did you forget? I could have just said, and you didn't bring the milk again. Yeah. Do you understand? So it's a way that we sometimes just talk to others. So because each one, we still need to respect one another, even in, disagreements.
That's like a little bracket. Don't cancel me for this. But that's also part of that whole Womandla vibe where like a lot of women feel like the need to always be aggressive is like something that shows or demonstrates that they're not being walked over. So careful about that.
No. I think it's important in general. Like you don't have to exert your masculinity,
or
right?
Femininity.
I was going to go with both sides.
Yeah.
I was going to say you don't have to exert that and you don't have to mandla anything.
Yeah.
All we need to do is treat each other. There must be mutual respect.
Yeah.
And just knowing that, let's say, both of us, if we're talking to someone who we regard highly, we don't, hey, Justin, why would you do something? But it's almost like, hey, hello, how are you? Do you understand? Yeah. So why is it that with our spouses or, people that are close in our lives, we feel the need to talk anyhow? It is an important thing to work on, right?
Number 3, offer help before it's requested. That's a good sign of kindness. Kindness is not about, hey, can you move the car, then you do it. It's good that's good service. You're serving someone. But like kindness is about, it's almost linked to number one. Be attentive. Offer the help before it's requested. You know someone needs something, just offer to help. That's part of kindness. Number 4?
Number 4 is celebrate your partner's wins, whether they are big or small. I think that's great because oftentimes we sometimes wait for the milestones and our big dreams. And if we're gonna wait there till we get there, my dear,
it's a problem.
It's a problem. I do think that sometimes you might even think it's a small win. I think.
And what's crazy about it, especially with the social media times we live in, you'll see someone celebrating a celebrity that they've never met. They'll probably never meet. And even if they do meet them, that person doesn't know you. They don't really care about you.
That's true.
But if that celebrity does something, you'll see someone posting their picture and we're proud of you. And you see it with like athletes. I'm like, that person didn't even see your post. But you don't have that same enthusiasm to celebrate your friend who started a business.
Exactly.
To celebrate your spouse
even succeed.
who graduated.
That's
to celebrate,
true.
like we are so keen to do these huge things for people we don't know. Like you see it especially in the church space. Your bishop or your archbishop or whoever does something and you write a big thing, happy birthday, papa, but your wife's father has a birthday, you just say HBD, dad.
Oh.
Yeah. Or your
partner. You just
there's no
happy birthday, love.
Number 5, so we don't take too long. It's forgive quickly and with tenderness.
Jesus.
So forgiving is one thing, but there's a way to forgive.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when we say I forgive you, we want to make sure we maximize guilt in the other person. That's not kind. Kindness is to forgive quickly and to do so tenderly. Like, yes, I'm offended. I know this sucked, but okay, cool. And then you try your best to make that person feel the forgiveness. If that makes sense.
That's very true. I think also it's these points, it's great to mention them and they're easy to say, but we know that in real time, it's not always easy to kind of like snap into it. But it's important that if you've heard the teaching, because that's the kind of what you always talk about, how the word is like a mirror to us. So when we look at it, you're able to know, I'm offline here. You know, I need to adjust that. So I think
so love is not passive. Love is not a once-off activity. It's like a lifelong decision and a choice you make, and it's almost like a decision you make from moment to moment. And it's important to make sure your relationships are healthy, to make sure your relationships are doing well. And this is not just romantic relationship, husband and wife, even platonic relationship, your friend relationship with your colleagues at work. Kindness, patience, all these things apply. And those things fall under the concept of love.
I think for me, the biggest take from today is the fact that kindness or the big part of kindness has nothing to do with the end result being me, but it's all focused on the other individual.
Exactly.
I think that's when it's kindness. So all the time, if I've ever thought I was kind and I had a motive behind it, wasn't actually a gain in mind. So I think for me, it's like as I'm sitting, it's like, have I really been kind?
So to be honest, the real point of this series is self-introspection. It's already so you can say self-introspection.
You can say introspection or examination.
It's self-examination and introspection. It's not about making a long list of the things you don't notice in your partner. Say, we saw Ollie and Angie's video. You don't do that. That's not the point. The Bible says before you remove the speck in your brother's eye, you take out the log in yours. So 9 out of 10 times we have logs in our eyes. We are not patient. We are not kind. And we'll continue to do the rest in love. So we realize...
Just the last bit of it is that there's something that we always talk about. To say sometimes we feel like we're responsible for really changing our spouses. But the biggest job is I do not necessarily have the power to actually change you. Because that's God who does that work for me. But the job is... with what I'm hearing, what do I need to adjust? Because I cannot transform you. Like I'm not God.
The biggest, actually, if you want to, for lack of a better word, change your spouse, the biggest way you can change how they treat you is by you changing. That's the honest truth. Oh, my husband is not loving. If you focus on that, it's a long road to freedom with Nelson Madiba. But it's really about us becoming the best version of ourselves. And when that happens, around us, people are motivated to match. It's like a positive peer pressure. So we really hope that this video and the previous video and the next videos are going to highlight how profound the word love is And when I say I love
working
you,
together.
it's not just a quick thing,
Yeah.
but it adds, it includes, and within it has all these different elements.
Yeah.
Go watch last week's video, but also today's video, add that to the thing of love. When you tell someone I love you, this is the conclusion. When I say, Angela, I love you, it's a commitment to say, I'm going to be kind to you.
I'm going to be selfless.
I'm going to be selfless. I'm going to be attentive to your needs. I'm going to be willing to meet those needs, even when you don't request for it. I'm going to be gentle in the way that I engage with you and speak to you.
I do.
Exactly.
It sounded like vows.
I'll be forgiving, and I will do so well. So you understand that when I say I love you to someone, it's so profound that the way we're using it, oh, I love my dog, or I love my neighbor, or I love this song, and I love that soccer player. We use it so much in so many different ways that the meaning is lost. And we no longer actually live out the full meaning of love.
I think that was cool.
So
honestly, I feel like these videos are like grating me every day. They're like, and they're shedding off like things that I thought that I had a handle of. And I'm realizing actually I could do way better in certain instances. So we're super
always room
grateful.
to improve.
It's always great to learn, to grow. And we're hoping that it's going to do the same for you. So thank you so much for listening to us.
We appreciate it. Subscribers are growing nicely. I think we have got, thank you for everyone who's subscribed. We request that you share the video, share our channel. And all those who are watching, we do know that there are quite a lot of people that do watch, but are not subscribed. So if you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do, so that YouTube can bump the content into other people's discover or explore pages.
And thank you to the guys last week that commented, that had their own inputs and how it made sense to them.
We're trying to engage the comments a lot more than we have in the past. So please do comment on how this video has been helpful, anything we might have missed or not mentioned, or maybe how this video is helping you, or how it's helped your relationship or the previous one. We'd really appreciate all that input. So may God be with you.
Like, share, subscribe, and adios, amigos.
I was going to say muchachos.
Muchachos, it was like...
I don't know. I've just heard it before. I know it's a restaurant.
Hey.
Adios, amigos. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Adios, amigos. You say amigos.
Amigos. Not Charlie and Layla, but...
Adios, amigos.
AMI.
Okay. Bye, friends. Across 1,000 borders, across 1,000 borders, just so I can be.
Across
1,000 borders just so I can be with you. My loving you's a mission, but I'm ready. 1,000 borders just so I can be with you. This love I got is nothing to be played with, baby. Across 1,000 borders.